Hello, tubers. This is going to be a past life reading for the Reverend Kevin Baird. First of all, I know you probably can't see me. I do not have light in here. I'm going to do my best here. I'm doing it off my phone because I've had the worst internet security the last few days, or internet connection. And so because of that, I am doing it here. And I want to take this opportunity also to thank you for the opportunity. Because I know you do take readings from old souls rather than the physical body of the soul, and that I really appreciate that. As really amazing that you seek out readings from people like that, and so it really makes me feel good that you have asked for such a reading. A past life one at that. But I want to show you what we got here. And sorry for the delay, of course. It's been the holiday weekend, if I have had to make up hours for people taking vacation this weekend, so it hasn't been easy for me. But I'm here today, so let's see what we have for you. But this is your lineup right here. First of all, we're going to talk about the basic nature of who you were when you came into this life, the basic soul, and that's represented here. And what she's telling me is you're a person of great intuitive knowledge. You're born into a psychic process also. So what you're doing in this life is not necessarily anything new for you right now. You're a person of great patience, a great understanding. You're born into definitely the environment here was one of your mother. I felt like you lived kind of like outside of the family. You lived just with your mother. You just had your mother, but she had taught you what you know now. She taught you everything. She taught you how to do this. And throughout your early life, you continue to do this, and you got great and powerful at it. Let's see here. Your education was one of a very common nature. You had a very common educational system, or education to you. You weren't highly educated, but you were educated in what you knew, which was root working. And I'll get to that later. I'll tell you why I know it's your root worker. But your accomplishments, you have learned so much physically. You learned how to grow through the community. Learned to be a person of great strength, and proven yourself to be someone of quite honorable leadership skills, put it that way. And so that was something that you acquired throughout the community, and that was one of your biggest accomplishments of all. And that's what helped you later on too, because your education was one of a healer and root worker. However, your social life, of course, wasn't perfect. People had their doubts about you, I find, but they totally respected you in everything that you did, and that's a surefire thing. There's no misproceeding that. You were definitely honored. People did love you, and of course, when we come down to love, we want to look at your relationships. And what I see here is that you had many relationships, many loves in your life, several in fact. And it wasn't that you didn't enjoy them or that you didn't love them. It's just that you thought it wasn't part of your current process, or your current drive, your motives, your path, if you would. So, though you did still enjoy all this love that still came through your life, it's something that continued to flow through you and all around you. It was continuous love. When later on in your life, more or less, in your family, though, you began to become a person of leadership, wisdom, of course, but you also had all the knowledge of how to live life, and that was the biggest thing that you could offer for your family, and who, of course, at this time was just you, because, of course, later on in your life, your mother wasn't going to completely be around forever, but you had lived your own life throughout the community, and you became strong in it. Therefore, that's what you taught back to the community, is what the community had taught you back up here. See the connection here? I don't know if I could show you that. See, the community taught you, and therefore you taught back. And that's something you did throughout your family. You considered the community your family. And this might have been during a time of a great great community, a nation that was very well grouped and very well organized. As far as forgive me. As far as your death, I feel like you had a heart failure. More or less that you overworked your heart so much. You did something at one point to entirely caused you to you see here, you had some heart failures. It caused your circulatory system to kind of fail too. It was a very shock to the system. It might have been a heart attack, but it was associated with the heart. And that's what ultimately took your life. However, you did, let's review though, you learned quite a bit. You did. And through your practice, you brought a lot of peace and happiness into this world, especially as a young child here. Your early years, you gave a lot of happiness into the world, a lot of foresight, intuitive power, all from your mother here. But let's review something that you did learn from this, during this life. And I feel like it was a thing of you learned to not to stick with the one thing that you do, not to just have stuck with the one thing that the community taught you to do, which I think was to hunt and gather, more or less, is what I'm feeling. It was your education of a gathering process up here, up here that really helped you out in the community, and so you taught that back. But you also learned that it was wrong for you to have stopped there, and so you should have expanded your knowledge, and it kind of kept you down, because it was physical, and you did need to have a little bit something more to offer for the community. And it kind of kept you, it didn't keep you down, it didn't keep you down, it just kept your physical situation where you were down, if that makes any sense. So how it affects your current life, see. It affects you currently because you still have this stable balance here. You still have this spiritual prowess that was always given to you, even from this past life. And I feel like you've somehow incarnated from another into this family again, in the same family over and over again. Something else you also had learned was to not take on so much, I don't want to say responsibility, because it's not necessarily responsibility, but you took on a lot. Aside from being that hunter and gatherer, I said, like, also you were also the healer, spiritual advisor, the consultant, the things that you are now. And that's a lot to deal with. It's a lot to juggle, even we know that now, even in this life. And that's something, still, it teaches you now, is don't get too overworked, don't get too out of, don't let things get too out of control. But yeah, and that's your basic past life. See what more I can review here for you here. See, you did have an undying connection here to your mother. Let me show you here. Just trying to get better lighting for you. See, this connection to your mother was very strong, and it's something that, she shared with you. But anyway, I'm running out of time here, so I wanted to take the time now to thank you once again for the opportunity, and I'll make you a deal. I will make your next reading half off if you can do a video response to this telling me how it really helped you in this life. But until next time, blessed be.